Hey guys, this is Jacques from MakuluLinux and welcome to another video. Now I'm a little sick, so you have to excuse me if I sound a little off, and I've got the windows open. It's a sunny day. I'm trying to get some fresh air in here, get some sunlight. So if you hear some background noise, cars and things, then you're going to have to just excuse that. It's not a lot of noise, just the odd car going past, maybe a hooter or two. I am in Asia after all. So I've been getting a lot of people asking me, what is Shift? Right, like what is it? What's the aim of this? That people don't seem to understand. And I thought I would just sort of maybe explain it while at the same time showing off, what I've done since the last video. So let's actually take a look at Shift. Right, so I build distros. That's mainly what I've done in the past. I build distros. I build Windows, Flash, Core, and of course Shift. I also build the tool to build distros. So, the constructor tool. And that's what I do. That's what MakuluLinux does. We build distros. But I've always had this sort of vision. Well, there were two roadmaps that I saw going forward. One was actually going to be heavily focused on the constructor tool. However, due to the pandemic, that's kind of changed. A lot of priorities have changed because I'm stuck inside a lot, so I find that I have a lot more free time. And so I went with the other roadmap, and that was to create one distro that could look like others. So you have one to rule them all, to sort of take a silly quote. But no, one distro to look like others. So I created the layout manager, okay? And initially all it did was replace a couple of menu changes and, sort of move the panel from the top to the bottom or to the side, that kind of thing, little silly little things. But it grew, okay? And it's gotten to the point where I can literally recreate virtually any desktop environment and change to it. And I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this in a second. So I've got the three up here, the three obvious ones, which is Windows, Flash, and Core. Below that I've got Unity, which is the one that we're in now, Simple, and then Dash. Now previously this was actually KDE, but I changed it to Dash. I know you guys know I don't really like KDE, firstly. And secondly, I thought it would be better to maybe do the KDE profile at a later stage when I actually have time, because it is a complex one to make, and rather focus on something with a top panel. Anyway, okay, so essentially we're in one profile. We've got the Unity look, and this is pretty much what Shift was before, right? You've got the Shift icons, icon pack, and if you actually right click here and choose themes, and you have to excuse this, these are placeholders, okay? I'm busy with the theme. It's actually, I'm redoing the theme manager, so you're going to get 12 cursors here. I'm still deciding which. These are just placeholders. The color variation chart, however, works. That's fully functional. So let's go and take a look here at the icons. You can change them to purple, or you can change them to green, or to red, or to brown, or to yellow, or to blue. As you can see, they are fully functional. Okay, so you got a nice Unity look here with a side panel with a menu at the bottom, just like the latest Ubuntu. Top panel, side panel, pretty much all the bells and whistles of Unity in some ways. It's not an exact clone, but it is pretty darn close, right? With a full, with its own cursors, its own wallpapers, with a full theme pack. In fact, let's go to desktop backgrounds and I'll show you here. You've got the Shift wallpapers. There are one or two that I've added since, but you've got the Shift wallpapers, right? Now I right click and I choose Layout Manager. Now that's Unity. That's the Unity look that Shift originally comes with. So if I want to go change to Windows, I just move my mouse cursor over and I click Windows. That's it. And it takes only 4 seconds to change. Just 4 seconds. There we go. Done. In 4 seconds I've transformed from Unity to Windows. And what do I mean by transform? Let me show you. Do you see the mouse cursor? You no longer have that black orange mouse cursor. You now actually have the Windows mouse cursor. You look at the icons. You got the Windows icon set. Windows icons, right? You got the Windows backgrounds. If I go now to desktop backgrounds, the other backgrounds are gone. They're gone. You now have the Windows wallpaper pack. Look there. It's all Windows. If you look at the bottom panel, it's translucent, just like the Windows one. Got the same favorites, same icons, same favorite icons. Click on the start menu, same menu. The only difference here is the Windows one's got the grid icons over here, where this one does it's got the list icons. But I kind of wanted to sort of make it look cinnamon slash Windows and not just completely Windows, because some people like cinnamon, and instead of creating a Windows and a cinnamon profile when both are very similar, I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone. However, look at the menu, translucent, transparent, just like it is in the real Windows, right? Looks and feels just like Windows. Open the theme manager again. Don't look at the cursor sets. This is still work in progress. I'll add some cursors later on. You're going to have a nice variety of cursors that you can change. Doesn't matter which profile you're in. But again, click on a theme color variations and all the theme packs change just like they do in Windows. So we've transformed the whole desktop, removed the dock, moved the panel, added the transparency, changed the menu, changed even the icons, the icon packs, change the wallpaper, change the cursor. Everything's there. You don't even have to change a theme manager. You use the exact same theme manager to change the actual icon sets and so forth. 4 seconds. We went from that to that in just 4 seconds. Okay, now let's go from Windows to Core, because that's extreme. I mean, one has a bottom panel, one has a dock and a different panel, one has a menu, the other one has, well, let's go have a look. So 4 seconds, right? I click on Core, and there we go. 4 seconds, well, roughly 4, maybe 4.5, but 4 seconds. In 4 seconds we've transformed from Windows to Core, from that to that. So 4 from there, 4 from there, and 4 to there. Okay, so look at the mouse cursor. We now have that beautiful spinning silver X-silver mouse cursor that I put in Core, right? We've got the Core wallpapers. If I go to backgrounds now, let's go take a look at the backgrounds. All the Core wallpapers. The others are gone. Windows wallpapers are gone. The Unity wallpapers are gone. It's now all just Core, right? The only difference here is that the real Core has the panel on the side, the system panels on the side, where this one is on top, but you could move the original as well, so that's not such a big thing. And of course, because of no, the clock is in the middle, not on the side, but I could move that clock. I just like where it is. But you have the bottom dock, just like you do in Core. And just like in Core, if you full screen something, the bottom dock disappears. The top panel also disappears, just like the side panel does, right? And you minimize and it comes back. Just like in Core, if you click the menu, you get the pie ring menu, just like in Core. Okay, I've added an extra menu here. In Core, I've got them, when you move your mouse cursor into the bottom corner, it will bring up like an overscreen menu. I thought I'd rather put that inside the actual dock. But it looks just like Core. It feels like Core. In fact, if we go to themes now, as you can see, you've even got the Core icon pack here. Even have the Core icon pack. I changed color, red. I changed color, brown. I changed color, green. I changed color, blue. And so forth, and so forth, and so forth. So you even have the icon packs, and you can even change them on the fly, just like in the real Core. So we've gone from Unity to Core in 4 seconds, to Windows in 4 seconds, and to Core in 4 seconds. So that's 8. In 8 seconds, minus my talking in between, but in 8 seconds, you can transform from between 3 different desktop environments. Let's go to Flash. Let's click on Flash. Again, 4 seconds. Just 4 seconds. That's all it takes. Now we're in Flash. You know, Flash with a transparent bottom panel, as you can see there, transparent. Flash with a whisker type menu, also very sort of white, transparent kind of looking. So this is very much like the whisker menu, not an exact clone, but close enough. Again, the mouse cursor has changed to the Flash mouse cursor. The icon packs have changed to the Flash icons, including even the ones inside the file manager. Again, you can choose the theme manager and change the color variations for the icon packs, just like you do with every other distro that you change to. So, again, if you open up the desktop backgrounds, you select wallpaper, all the others are gone. The Windows wallpaper set's gone, the Core wallpaper set's gone, the Unity wallpaper set's gone. You've only got the Flash wallpapers. Okay? How beautiful is that? So let's go back to Layout Manager, right? And the guys that are watching this for the first time, these are two actually new layouts that I'm working on. The guys that have seen previous videos, you've seen Simple, you haven't seen Dash yet. So let's go to the Simple profile. Now, in a nutshell, these are layout profiles that I create, okay? So the top three recreate Windows, Flash, and Core, our distros. This Unity one sort of kind of recreates. We used to have a Unity build at one stage, which later then morphed into into Shift eventually. But this is sort of the original kind of Unity look that we had. It also kind of represents Unity that Ubuntu used to have but don't anymore, kind of thing. So that's the Unity profile. So these four profiles are our own. Simple is something that I've created additionally. So let's click on Simple. And again, 4 seconds. That's it. That's all it takes is 4 seconds. And there we go. Now we're in Simple. If you notice here, the mouse cursor has changed. The background has changed. The icons has changed. The bottom panel has changed. Look at that. This nice gray translucent. The menu has changed. This is now a simple menu. Look at it. So beautiful. Simple but beautiful. Got little buttons to show that it pops out, right? And you'll see there's lots of transparency on there too. Got some nice ash gray highlights. It's a simple menu, very fast. Again, it's got its own icon packs, right? So you can right click, choose themes, and you can change icon colors by simply clicking on the color variations in the theme manager, right? Just like you can with the other layouts, okay? And of course, desktop backgrounds. Now, unlike Windows, Flash, and Core, because they have their own wallpaper packs, they have had for quite a long time. Shift, Simple, and Dash don't yet. Not at this point. I'm still working on it. It takes time to create wallpaper packs. And so these three share a wallpaper pack. So you're going to see the same wallpapers in all three of these profiles at this point in time. That will change, however. But as you can see, we were on Flash before. Flash is gone. There's no Flash wallpapers here. Core is gone. Windows is gone. We're back to this shared wallpaper pack of the bottom profiles. Okay, so that's it. 4 seconds, and I'm in a completely different layout. Completely different layout. Now, these layouts do share the same file manager, so once you actually get into the file manager, you're going to have that sort of standardized feeling because it's the same file manager, but all the icons do change, so that does make the file manager look a little different, and some of these button icons change, so that does also have a different effect, but it is all the Nemo file manager, so at least that they have in common. Now, the new one I want to show is Dash. Now, this is the newest one. It's the least developed at this stage. The reason I changed from KDE to Dash is KDE needs a lot of time. It's a very complex desktop layout to create, and I just don't have the time right now. I do plan to make more profiles, and KDE will be one of those. So when I have more time to spend on it, I will. For now, I think that the top panel is probably a better choice. Let's click on Dash and go have a look. Again, 4 seconds. Just 4 seconds. Okay, there we go. So now we're in the dash layout. The dash layout is a top panel, right, with a scroll menu, a dash menu. So it's a menu that pops down, and you can scroll everything in grid style from A to Z. You can also click this little icon over here, and you've got the categories. So now you can go accessories, and you'll have accessories there. Graphics, you'll have graphics, and so forth, so forth, so forth, right? Or back to all programs. So you can scroll in a grid style. You also got a search bar, and then at the bottom you've got some links to home, documents, downloads, software, files, blah blah blah, lock, power off, and so forth. So again, a nice looking menu with the top panel. For the guys that like the top panel, they might like this one. Very modern looking, very nice. Now it doesn't have its own wallpaper pack yet, that will come in time, but it does have a icon set that I was actually going to use for KDE, but I'm using for this instead. So again, you can change the color variations quite easily, the theme manager, to whatever color you want. So again, we changed from there to there in 4 seconds. 4 seconds. All of these 4 seconds. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layouts, and it just takes 4 seconds. So in 24 seconds, you can move between 6 different looking desktop environments. Just 24 seconds. You don't need to click to download anything. You don't need to download icon packs. You don't need to download scripts. You don't need to run scripts. You don't need to reboot. You don't need to log out and log in. You don't even need to go reset your wallpaper or reset your desktop or readjust anything. Nothing. You don't have to worry about losing your documents or backing up something before you change. You don't have to worry about reinstalling apps or losing apps, because your whole desktop environment back end stays the same. The apps that you had installed are still installed. The documents that you have in your documents folder are still there. Your pictures are still there. Your videos are still there. Hell, even your marked favorites are still there. Your recent files that you opened will still show under recent. The only thing that's happened here is that the front end is transformed. It doesn't touch your work. It doesn't interfere with even your existing wallpapers. Even those are still there. You're literally just transforming the front end of your distro to look like a completely different distro. In again, 4 seconds. In just 4 seconds, you change your whole world in just 4 seconds. Complete with icon packs, cursors, menus, docks, panels, and all the effects and transparency that goes with it, the color variations, even the folders and folder icons, and just the desktop icons have their own color variations as well. So you've got between 12 different color variations that you can apply to each one too. And when you move to the one, it removes everything from the other one. It's not like you have all of them in one place and it just switches between them. No. If you click on core, everything else is gone. Windows, everything with Windows, the wallpapers are gone, the icons are gone, the theme packs are gone, the docks are gone, I mean the panel's gone, the menu's gone, all of that's gone. You can't access it. Look here, there's nothing there. Everything now is just core. So you transform from one to the other in just 4 seconds. Okay, and that is what what Shift is all about. Moving from one profile layout to another, transforming your whole world in just 4 seconds. Okay, and then on top of that, I've been thinking about this. I can create as many of these layouts as I want. It's nothing to create them, right? I've mastered this ability right now. I can do as many as I want. So I could create 20, 40, 100, 200, 500. Geez, I can populate this thing. I can make little squares all over your desktop. Page 1 of 20 of different layouts. I can put docks anywhere, panels anywhere, change the menu to look like anything. Any icon packs, any mouse cursors, any desktop wallpaper. So there's endless possibilities to what I could do with the system. So I was thinking that I might just make these pluggable. I might just, once it's released, start working on some additional layouts and make them as add-ons that people can literally just pull them from the repo and sort of plug them into the system. Somebody might request some other distro lookalike, like, oh, can you please make this look like this distro? And I'm like, okay, well, why not? And I do it. And I could make it as a plugin in the repo. So they can just download that plugin, open the layout manager, click a button, and 4 seconds later they have that whole look. So that it's endless possibilities, right? And this is where I envisioned Shift going when I started it 2 years ago. Originally, this isn't quite the idea that I had in my mind. It's like I said, it's kind of grown, but the seed was there. I wanted to be able to change layouts between our distros. At that point, I hadn't imagined anything else other than our distros, but that was the logical step. Once you do our distros, then of course other looks and other distros are obviously the next thing. However, I have to say, 4 seconds. I don't know if you guys understand how quick that is. In just 4 seconds. Now, you might think, okay, that's great, but it doesn't end there. The guys that have been watching videos will know where I'm going with this. I actually included an editor. Now I'm going to be making a tutorial video. I haven't had a chance yet. It's still work in progress. I have started it, just not finished it. There's going to be a tutorial video to show how this whole layout manager works, an easy tutorial video. However, if we click on settings here and we go continue, you actually have the layouts here and you've got an update and restore button. Now, if you want to make your own changes to a layout, like for example, let's say we're in core now, I want to move these icons, I want to remove them, put my own favorites in here, I want to change the wallpapers, I want to move this dock to the side, and I want to move the panel to the bottom, and you want to make your own changes, you want your own mouse cursor, your own desktop wallpaper, whatever. But you don't want to lose that look because you want to go to Flash and Windows and then at some point come back to core. You can click update here. This will update the core look to what you currently have set it. So you can move anything around the way you want, change the cursors, change the wallpapers, change the icons, hell, change even the icon set. Whatever you want to change, you change. Once you change it, you click update. Once you do that, the next time you click on core layout, it will load your updated profile, not the original. So once you make changes, you click update, it will save your profile. So next time you load core, it will load that new profile. If you want to go back to the original one, you can just click on restore. That will restore the original core and no harm done. The same with Flash, Windows, Dash, Simple, Unity. You can just click update if you want to make changes. So not only do I provide you guys with multiple profile layouts, but I also give you the ability to edit them. Change anything you want, click update, and it's saved. So you can literally create your own profile. So yeah, that's the power of Shift. That's what's coming in 2021. That's what I'm working on. We're still doing, obviously, people are now thinking, but what about Shift and Flash? What about Windows, Flash, and Core? Are you still going to release those? Yeah, I'm still doing these. I'm still working on those. There are people that don't care about multiple layouts. They just want Core, or they just want Flash, or they just want Windows. So yeah, I'm still working on those. But Shift is kind of all of those rolled in one as well. So yeah, so that's Shift in a nutshell. That's where MakuluLinux is headed, and this, I think, is a big up for Linux. Like once you start crossing boundaries like this, there's no going back. I mean, this just changes everything, changes all the rules on distro building. Yeah, this is very unique. For a long time, I've been struggling to find some kind of uniqueness to Makulu. When we originally came out with Makulu, there was a lot of uniqueness to Makulu because we were doing a lot of stuff at that point in time. It was a point in time that Linux was boring. Nobody was changing anything. It was that same XFCE look, doesn't matter. Even when Cinnamon first came out, they kind of looked like GNOME 2. So everybody just had that same plain look. There was nothing special about anything at that point in time. So when we came out and we started shaking things up, it kind of gave us a little bit of a uniqueness. But people quickly updated everything. You know, the world changed quickly, and so we didn't really have much of a uniqueness after that, other than we do things a little different. But this really gives Makulu back that uniqueness. Um, just to be able to do this, wow, wow, it's mind blowing. Anyway, as time goes, this will get bigger and bigger and progress, and I'll just run with this and see where I end up. But right now I can change literally your whole desktop environment in just 4 seconds. I want to stress that, 4 seconds. You don't need an internet connection, you don't need to download anything, you don't need to connect to any kind of repo box, you don't need to reboot, you don't need to relog, you don't need to run a script, you don't need to configure anything. Nothing. You don't lose your work, you don't lose your files, you don't lose your installed apps. Nothing. You just click a button and change in 4 seconds. Let me show you. Click. 4 seconds. That's all it takes. Well, 4 to 5 seconds. I guess on slower systems it might be an extra second, but on my system, 4 seconds. In 4 seconds, and look at that, completely different environment in just 4 seconds. How amazing is that? Wow, 4 seconds. Okay, so that's the power of Shift. That's what's coming in 2021. That's what I'm working on. So anybody that wants to know what is Shift, what this is what it's all about. It's the next gen of MakuluLinux distro building, taking one distro and making multiple plugins to transform your desktop with just one click and 4 seconds, and everything changes. So if you're one of those guys that likes to distro hop, you can change your look every day. Hell, you can change it every 4 seconds to a different look. And you can just keep going and keep going and keep going. You don't have to stay in one look. You can change it. You know, using a desktop environment is like a mood swing sometimes. Anyway, it changes with icon packs, cursors, wallpapers, panels, docks, aesthetics, colors, everything in just 4 seconds. Anyway, so that's it. That's my video today. Hope you guys now understand what Shift is all about. Hope the guys like all the new changes. I didn't really go through much of the little changes. There are lots of minor changes. I will in some future video. I still need a lot to do a lot. But wow, man, I'm very excited about this. Very, very, very excited about this. This is like groundbreaking stuff. 4 seconds, that's it. Just 4. Anyway, I will catch you guys in another video. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.